led by What up, what up, what up, what up, yo? Welcome to another edition of the College Hangout. That's Big Boss's thing, the College Hangout. Wants everybody to come hang out. Me, it's college basketball's first half because, you know, I'm the first half guru, bitches. What? Fucking Georgetown. I blame you, Don Play. No, I'm just fucking with you, bro. It's all good. It's all good. What up, y'all? What up, Collie Reynolds, Don Play, JT, my guy. Who else we got up in here? Who else we got up there? Mitch Armstrong. What's good, bro? We're going to make some money today. You know, last night, 3 a.m, driving my ass up to Philly Live, you know, to get this bet in. Not thinking to myself until after I put the bet in, hey, dumbass, if you wait, you'll get better money. You'll get better odds on this bet you're putting in. So, of course, I'm laying in bed this morning, half asleep. Well, getting ready to wake up, having a dream. And in my head, I've got Maxwell Smart. This is crazy. I don't know where the fuck it came from. In my head going, bro, you were too early. So I woke up. I looked at my phone and said, motherfucker, I was, man. What's that line? 1.5 for first half, 1.5 plus 120. Fucking FanDuel last night. They were giving plus a half, and they weren't even giving me the money line. I had to bet it on a 3-way. So if this fucking game ends in a tie, I fucking lose. And I'm gonna be heated. But I don't see it ending in a tie. So, what game are you talking about, Tease? Hello? Let's pull it up. Let's show you what I'm talking about. Ba-boom! There it is. UMass Lowell. Man, this game, it's one of those games I feel so fucking good about that I'm worried. Hey, guys, I'm going to pop out real quick because this hat is not working with this screen back here. So give me one. All right, break out an oldie but goodie, my bucket hat. All right, let's get back up in the chat, see what you all are up on here. Boss never answered me back. He doesn't have a play today, though, but I figured he'd come hang out and, you know, kick some shit around, give us his opinion on things. Kylie Reynolds, what you got here? Marshall under 152, UMass Lowell over 144. You know, that I did look at that total. And everything about this game screams the over. If I was going to play the over in this game, it would only be the first half, though. Because of the fact that let me pull my numbers up and everything, you know, what would a show be if Tease was actually prepared for a show? Y'all, it would be mind-boggling. I'm never prepared. I am a little more prepared than I usually am, though. So, you know, the thing that you got a really good defense in UMass Lowell. You know, their defensive rating is 83 point. I have to look at it now. 83.6, which is 7th in the country. You know, among D1 programs. That's pretty fucking good, man. And I think they can slow this UMass offense down. If you haven't put that in, Kylie, I would definitely look at that first half more so than that full game. Just in my gambler's opinion, for doing this for so long, you know, you guys don't really know me. I placed my first bet in 1983, 39 years ago. So, you know, I've been doing this a long fucking time, and I've been doing it as a job since my daughter's mom and I split up in 2010. She had gotten diagnosed with a brain tumor in 2012. That's when I quit my job, and I had full custody of my daughter, and wanted to make sure that she was, good to go. So I've been a professional gambler since 2012, 2013, probably 2012. So around there. And I've been following sports my whole fucking life, man. I got to be honest with you guys. I very rarely even watch a fucking game. It's crazy. I'll turn a game on or something, but I can't tell you the last time I watched a full game. The last full game I probably watched was an Eagles game. Not that I don't like sports. I love sports, but I'm not going to pay all my attention on the one game when I want to watch everything, But so I have more just holding this phone up, Why is my phone blinking in and out? My phone, I just look and see scores, see what's going on, and blah, blah, blah. So, and boss just texted me his daughter's home from college, so he will not be joining us today, but I'm sure he'll pop in here in the chat, say what's up to y'all. So anyway, yeah, that's my professional opinion, Kylie, would be to look at that, first half over. As far as your Marshall game goes, I didn't even look at that game. Playing Duquesne, you got 2-7-1 squads. I'm not a Marshall fan. I don't think they're as good as their record. That line is I like Duquesne in this game, to be honest with you, if I was going to take it. But, let me give you a little insight onto my thought process when I bet. Unless a home team is like far and far way better than the road team, I like to take a road team first half before I take a home team first half. Because my thought process behind that is if I'm liking that road team, I'm going to like them first half, because come down the stretch, anything can happen. That's when the shenanigans happen, and I don't want any parts of it. So I like taking first halves. And I'm bringing this up because I'm in a Discord chat. I don't know if any of y'all know, if any of y'all are familiar with Josh, Punt School, that, he's been on with J Money and does, I think, a Bet US video and stuff. Well, I'm in a Discord chat with them, and somebody had asked me last night about why I take first halves. And I get that asked all the time. So that's basically my logic behind it. And especially since COVID, and you look at all these sports teams now that they're all sponsored by sports books. That is the biggest fucking bullshit in the world. It's the biggest conflict of interest. It should be fucking illegal. I don't see how the government hasn't stepped in on this. There's just no way that a sports team should be sponsored by a sports book. It just shouldn't happen. It's just that's hinky. There's hinky shit going on there, man. And I don't want any parts of full games, man, for the most part, because I did bet a full game today. But for the most part, I don't want any parts of it. I found that I try and find my spots with sports books, because now with computers and everything, they're so on point with the totals and the spreads. It all boils down to what I call intangibles, like the human aspect of things, like somebody getting hurt, or an interception, somebody tripping and falling over, something like that could change the outcome of the game. And I try to find my spots that the books aren't concentrating on, because the books are definitely concentrating on those full game totals, the full game spreads and stuff like that. That's why you see so many spreads. You get hooked, or just shit just goes stupid at the end, and it's like, why the fuck did that happen? So the first halves have been something that I've been really on probably since 2020, and right after COVID. And even now I see the books catching up on that. Like I'm seeing shit on that I think's kind of hinky. Not as much so as full games, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, guys? Let me see what you all are thinking about here, because I haven't really talked any sports. I've been talking for fucking 10 minutes about bullshit. So let's see what you guys are all up to first, and then I'll get into my plays. Don Play, you're ready. You're ready, bro. Good. I'm glad to see you're ready, my man. And I want you to win some money. Now, I sent you a DM yesterday. I want you to pay attention to that DM, bro. Fuck those fucking parlays, man. Get some money under your belt, even if it's just $20. I know winning a bet for $20 sucks, dude. It really does. It's like, fuck, dude. What the fuck am I going to do with $40? You take that $40, you put it on the next fucking game, man. And then you got $80. You take that and you got $160. It only takes 5 days to turn that $25 into a fucking $1,000, man. So just telling you, that's it's the smartest way to bet. It's the smartest way to bet. Don't take your last $25 and put it in a parlay, hoping to fucking cash it big. Yeah, you might, but your odds are you're going to lose the one. I mean, I can show you an envelope, actually a box, that I can wallpaper Michael Jordan's house with one loss parlay tickets. I've got three or four of them just from last night, and another four from the night before. Because I always parlay my picks. I always play them, and then I'll parlay them, like, look and see what I got in my pocket. Oh, I got 20, 40 bucks or whatever. Let me throw that in a parlay. You know what I mean? And I've got some bad juju going on with me or something, man, because I've been one loss in it for like the last month, and it's killing me, where I used to hit one or two a week. And that makes it worth it, because, you're hitting one of these $40, $50 parlays for $600 to $800. And it's like, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. So, Play, that's my advice to you, bro. And everybody else, just that's just what I've learned over the years gambling is you only play parlays if you have a couple extra dollars. If you want to make money, you bet everything straight and just keep doubling up. Don't bet every game. Don't be a fucking degenerate. Pick your spots. Like today, if you don't see anything on the board, don't bet, man. Or if you're going to bet, just bet $5, just to have some type of action. You don't need to do that. You don't need to bet every single game. What up, Mitch? Nah, man, everything's good, bro. Everything's good. JT, let's see what you're on here today. JT throwing out bombs last night, man. Townsend +7. The PSU, MSU under. This motherfucker's been hot, man. He's throwing winners in this chat, man. Take a look at him. JT. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, fuck Georgetown, man. Yeah, you know what? That Georgetown game, man, I was worried about it. And 3.5, man. I don't like 3.5 on a first half spread. I don't like that half point. I should have, when I put it in at Harrah's, Caesar's book, it was at 3, which made me feel a little better, but not really, because it was going against me. And, I knew Siena was going to make that a game. And I actually thought that game would go back. That game went backwards on me. I thought Georgetown would be up at the half and Siena would win the game or cover the spread, but it was the total fucking opposite, man. And that happens a lot when I'm, with these first halves. I see the games, I see them play out in my head, and that's the worst. That's the worst feeling in the world when everything you capped is correct, except it switched on you. It went from first half to full game or full game to first half. That's one of the one of the things about betting first half, man. You got to be careful of. You just don't know, and it's gambling. It's gambling for a reason, man. If everybody won, it wouldn't it wouldn't be worth anything. All right, here, man. Oh, bro, man, I'm sorry to hear that, Don. Yeah, man, my daughter, she had 2 surgeries. they're both benign. So it was good to go. She's 23 now. She's good, man. She's good. Just a little in the head, but she's a chick, so that's expected. I'm taking Don play UMass Lowell plus 118. I can't see what that JT, what you're taking there. Is that a pencil? Or is that a loaf of bread? I can't see what the fuck that is. Anyway, Andrew Carr, my guy, man. This is a funny story with Andrew. And Andrew and I started talking last season, and Andrew Carr was he's actually from right up the street here in Pennsylvania, Westchester, and he went to Delaware, and I think he was a sophomore last year, started getting some playing time with the Blue Hens, and really came into his own towards the end of the season when Dylan Painter went down. And I was really looking forward to Andrew Carr this season and the Blue Hens. They won the CAA tournament. I was looking for big things. They had Jameer Nelson Jr. coming back. They had the Rookie of the Year, and Jameer Davis, CAA Rookie of the Year last year, and Jameer Davis, and he's just a freshman. So, I was looking forward to it. And then Andrew Carr went into the transfer portal and is with Wake now. So that's just a random shit of how Andrew Carr in our chat here and I started talking, chatting on DMs and shit. So good to see you in here. And Andrew, man, I love you, bro. I'm always happy to see you in here. All right, see what else we got here. Gilberto, man, I gave you a bad first half the other day, man. I'm not a good totals guy, Gilberto. You know that, man. We've been dealing with each other since WNBA. I'm not a big. I'm terrible at totals, man. Man, I hate giving out losers. I feel sorry, man. I apologize about that. I'd really like to know why you are really like totals, man. First half totals. I would really like why you would rather bet a first half total than a side. I'm sorry I'm talking a lot, other than sports, but we really don't have a big card to talk. And if you guys have any questions about any games you want to talk about, please throw them in here and I'll do that. All right, so now let's get down here. I'm all the way down the bottom of the chat board. So let's get back to where we were at. So yeah, Marshall Duquesne, I don't have any, I don't have anything on this. I mean, if I'm looking at the numbers, Marshall's pretty, they're in the top 35 in pace. So they're a fast paced team, but on the flip side of that, you've got a slower paced team with Duquesne, but the defense is just terrible. But you have I guess a top 65, 66 in defensive rating for Marshall. So, I mean, your numbers here are really telling, like, if you're looking at numbers like that, they're really telling you to take Marshall, but I don't like it, man. So if you feel you need to bet something, I would take Duquesne, and I would take Duquesne full game. That's just the way that I'm seeing this game. Duquesne shoots better. They turn the ball over less. They as far as like 3 points go, they're both averaging about 9 per game, and Duquesne's a better free throw shooting team and a better field goal percentage team. So, but both are 7-1, but I think Marshall's a Fugazi 7-1. They're out of the Sun Belt, and they ain't got a shot in hell of winning that Sun Belt. I'm going to tell you that right now, because JMU is going to fucking win that shit. And that's JMU and Old Dominion. Both teams in there did play in the CAA. So these are two good teams that moved conferences, and they're going to blow that shit up. So, there we go. All right. So now let's get on to a game that I did put money on. I'm gonna pull UMass Lowell back, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Let me find my banner for the game that I'm on. Oops, UConn first half 2.5. That was last night. Damn, Tease, that was a banger you called, bro. I'm fucking with y'all. Oh man, not Stonehill too. Did you call that one too, Tease? Fuck, dude. Yeah, we had a good day yesterday. Let me find it. I didn't delete my tickers here, so I gotta find the game I'm looking for. There we go. Rutgers and Ohio State. This line right here is low. It's too low. If Rutgers hasn't been playing at home, Rutgers outside the rack is a different team, and you're going to see that tonight. If this game was at the rack, I might be on Rutgers. I probably would be on Rutgers, but this is in Ohio State. It's in Columbus, and in all honesty, if Rutgers hadn't played it the last couple games at home, this line would be double digits, and I expect Ohio State to win double digits. They're the better team. Rutgers is 6-2. Ohio State 6-2, but Rutgers 6-2 just isn't real. It's not real. I'm just letting you know right now. But they do have a good defense. This is a game that 136.5. It could be that could be an under. It most definitely could be an under, and I didn't bet the under. I took the side. I took Ohio State 6.5, and I didn't bet the under because I don't know, man. I'm not very good at totals for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I can read them. I just think that totals they're really tough to bet because the books have the algorithms that could pretty much pinpoint exactly where this game's going to end. And it's really tough to bet them. So, and I lose. But the last time these two teams played was last February, and the score was 66-64. So you had a score of 130. So I expect the same type of game, but with the exception of Ohio State winning the game. And actually, you know what? The more I think about this game, the more I think it goes over because I think Ohio State wins this game by double digits, and that's going to be what puts it over. So, yeah, I changed my mind on that one. If I'm going to bet this, man, if anybody's hell bent on betting a total, over 136 would most likely be the play here. And I'm on Ohio State. Ohio State's just, as far as statistically, they're not better. But it's small sample size here, and you have a Rutgers team who had a big win against Indiana, but that was at the rack. They lost to Miami, the Hurricanes. They're not a good team, man. I mean, their record's good. They're 9-1, but come February, you're going to see what Miami is, and Miami's not a 9-1 team, even though their record says they are. So you have Rutgers playing Central Connecticut State. I mean, come on, man. I mean, my daughter's friggin' grade school basketball team could beat Central Connecticut State. They did beat Massachusetts Lowell though, but they beat them at the rack, and it wasn't even a blowout. It was a close game. So that just tells you what type of team this Massachusetts Lowell team is, and they're a scoring team. They held them to 65. So that game was at 138. So, that right there, that tells me this game is going to go over, this Ohio State game. They beat a Sacred Heart team who's trash. Columbia, they beat Columbia, big deal. I mean, they're beating all these teams at home. They're on the road here. Big Ten, totally different thing, man. These Big Ten games, and you have to give advantage to the home team in these Big Ten games. So that's where I stand on that game. I'm on Ohio State minus 6.5. Let me take a look at you guys because I kind of just missed you out here. The line is Ohio State 3 first half. Should I stay? I don't want the first half, Don, in this game because I'm taking the home team, and Rutgers can it could come out with some energy, and force Ohio State to adjust. So I don't want Ohio State first half. I want them full game. If this game was in Rutgers, yeah, I would take Ohio State first half. Just bottom line. Don, what you got here? I like Man Stoney, my guy. What up, bro? I like Iowa minus 3.5 full game. They lost last year. Yeah, I am on that game. So let's pull that one up next. Let me pull up the banner on that one. And this will show you what I'm on. Boom. I'm on Iowa State plus 1.5 going into Iowa. Iowa's 6-2. They're at home, so you have to give them a little bit of an advantage, but you have a better team with this Iowa State team. It's an in-state rival. It's going to be a close game. I do expect Iowa State to come out fast, not so much fast, but I expect them to come out. And Iowa State does have the 13th ranked defensive rating in the country at 84.9 compared to the 136th ranked 97.5 that the Iowa Hawkeyes have. As far as offensive rating, you have a much better offensively rated Iowa team than you do in Iowa State. So you're going to see defense. This would be one of those spots where I would look at the under. If I was going to look at a total, I would look at the under first half, but I'm on Iowa State first half. As far as shooting goes, you got a better shooting team percentage-wise in Iowa and a better shooting three-point team. I mean, but yeah, these are small sample sizes, and Iowa, they played a decent schedule. I mean, their last few games, they lost to Duke at the Garden the other day. They beat a Clemson team by 3, who I don't think is impressive at all, and they barely beat them. So that right there is telling to me. Other than that, the only team that they really played with that has any national significance would probably be Seton Hall, and they whooped them up pretty good at Seton Hall. Hold on, was this at Seton Hall or was it neutral court? No, it was at the Prudential Center in Jersey. So yeah, so I don't really have the numbers to tell you why to take this Iowa State team other than it's a play I like. I mean, they thumped up St. John's on Sunday, and thumped them up pretty good by 11. They lost to Connecticut, but everybody's losing to Connecticut, man. That's one of the fucking teams that I'm in love with this year. Them and Virginia Tech. I love them. They're just money makers for me. They beat a North Carolina team, but who isn't beating North Carolina these days? They beat Villanova. They squeaked by Villanova. I think on Thanksgiving by 2 points. And that game was that at Villanova? No, it was a neutral court. It was in Portland. So, but I just like Iowa State first half of this game. I took them plus the 1.5. I didn't take them the money line because I actually could see this game being tied at the half. So that's just where I'm at on this game. If I were to take a full game, it would probably be Iowa, but I'm just not interested in the full game down play. So that's where we're at there. Next game we're going to talk about, and this is all I have my money on, is right here. First half, UMass Lowell. I took it on the money line because when I put it in, the line was plus a half. And I should have known that public was going to bring money in on UMass. But if you look at this game, man, the public has brought money in on UMass, and the line hasn't moved. The full game line hasn't moved. So I don't know. I don't know why the first half line would move, because the first half, UMass Lowell's a better first half playing team than UMass. Both teams can score, and I mean, you have a UMass Lowell team who's in defensive rating seventh in the country, against a pretty decent scoring UMass team. But I mean, at the same time, their offensive rating is below 250. So compared to the 51st offensive rated team in UMass Lowell. I just like UMass Lowell all the way around in this game, man. Money line, money line, money line, everywhere you look in this game. The only thing that stops me from taking this full game is it being in Amherst, you know, at UMass. But still, at the same time, I think I'm going to find some money on the full game on this. Before it's all said and done. It might be one of those ones where I reach in my pocket and find $40 and throw the full game in a parlay. So, yeah, I just don't. This is where all my money's at, man. It really is. All my money is right here, first half UMass Lowell. So, if you don't hear from me for a couple days, that's because UMass Lowell lost the first half, and I'm probably sucking on the barrel of the gun. I'm joking. Bad joke. But anyway. So I mean, that's all I have for you guys today. I've seen UMass. They have size down low. I'm not really too worried about that, man, to be honest with you, Don. This UMass Lowell's played team with size, has played teams with size. The one thing, they played that tough game against Rutgers and played them really close. I mean, they were actually they actually beat them in the second half. They just had Rutgers just came out strong and was up by 13 in the half. Otherwise, I think had UMass Lowell, known what they were walking into going into the rack, I think that UMass Lowell could have had a shot to beat Rutgers. But I think they just got overwhelmed real quick and had to adjust at the half and did a great job adjusting and ended up losing the game by 8 points. But I mean, they were working from a 13-point deficit. So, that is what it is. Let's see who this Massachusetts team has played. They haven't played anybody at all. I mean, nobody. Townsend. They played Townsend and they lost. And they lost by 8 points. I'm looking at their schedule now, and yeah, I mean, they beat Harvard. That's a rivalry game. Harvard and Massachusetts right next to each other. So, they don't have anything impressive like win wise for me, and that's why these ratings that I'm looking at and I'm reading off to you are so important, because they haven't played anybody and they still don't have top ratings. Like usually when you see a team that's decent, they've got these really great ratings at the beginning of the season because they haven't played anybody. But UMass doesn't have these great ratings, like at least with UMass Lowell, they're ranked, they have a defensive rating ranked 7th in the country, an offensive rating ranked 51st in the country, a true shooting percentage of 41st in the country, where I read the same stats all for UMass and you got 76, 251st, 266, 226, and as far as the percentages go, you've got a UMass Lowell team who's shooting a full bucket behind the arc above, ahead of UMass, and they're actually better on the free throw line. And these free throw, and I mentioned the free throw line a lot because that plays a lot. That plays into these games a lot. You know how many times you see these kids go to the line and they miss the front end of a 1-and-1, or they're in the bonus and they miss 1 or 2. And, these free throws mean a lot. And, you have a faster paced team in this UMass Lowell team. So I like it. It is what it is. Would you take Colorado State +2? No, man. I'm not playing any other game. I just said everything I have. And Fernandez is out for Massachusetts, you think? I'll look into. I need to look into that because that's big. That's great. I love to hear that. That's my best play of the day. It's my favorite play of the day. That was the play that when I looked at this schedule today, it went smacked me right in the face. And I was like, boom, I didn't even need to look at any numbers. I knew I was playing this play. So that's what it is. All right, guys, we've been on here for almost 45 minutes. I appreciate you all being here, man. I love you all. And DJ Big Boss will be back. I don't know if he'll be here tomorrow. I'm looking at this schedule. I'm sure I'll find something that I'm going to play and I'll come on. If I don't do a video, do a show, I'll at least put a video out. We do have a pretty weak schedule tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll find a couple spots. I know one right here that I'm looking at, and I'm hoping I'm sure we'll get a line for it. And this one, I mean, I just pulled this up. There's actually two that just went like this, pop, pop, that I'm going to be on. So, and that's without even looking at any numbers yet. So, I'll do a show, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Appreciate everyone being out here. Mad Stoney, my guy. I got this twisted up. It's ready to go. I'm fucking grinding it up, man. And I was looking at all the keef that was coming off it, and I dumped it all freaking all over the counter. I'm like, ugh. So I'm probably gonna be smoking like salt and pepper in here too. But I'm gonna be riding off into the sunset tonight nicely, and hopefully we win some money today, man. Shoot me a like, a comment, please. I need the likes and comments. Tell me if you're going to ride with me, and tell me how you like the show. Tell me what I need to do better. Tell me if I'm a piece of shit. Tell me if I suck. You don't ever want to see me again, but you watch me because I make you laugh, I'm funny looking, or I'm a fat piece of shit or something, whatever, man. Shoot me a like and comment. I love it, man. I love you guys. Please bet responsibly. Let's win some money today. And I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out. I guess we're led by